Hello, in this video I would like to share with you my experience on a recent hiking trip to Mount Rinjani. We started out from the village of Senaru and then we were driven about 40 minutes to the trailhead in Sembalun. This is the trailhead that we started out from, which coincidentally is situated alongside a cow farm. From here, you have the option of taking a motorcycle ride to Post 2, which would cost you about 200,000 rupiah. The journey will take about 5 kilometers, and with the Ojek option, it would only be around 15 minutes to get there. Obviously, I did not take the Ojek option. I chose to get to Post 2 on foot. The first part of the journey involves walking through an open grassland. As you can see here, the area is very exposed to the elements and it was very hot that day. The trail would go into a very brief wooded area, and here you can see the Ojek riders carrying passengers. There is very little shade on this part of the journey. An umbrella, a hat or a sun visor is highly recommended. You can see post 2 from here already. It's over there, I think. Post 2. Yeah. Penampilan baru rasa sama. Oh, they're talking about cigarettes. I thought they were talking about the toilets. From here, we could see post 2 over that small hill over there. That is when we will stop to have a rest and have our lunch. This is the area where the porters will get their water source, and they will carry bottles of water to post 2 and they will use it to cook our meals. Here we are, post 2. After 90 minutes of hiking, I finally reached post 2. There are many things going on in post 2, as you can see later. All the porters will gather around in this area. They will cook lunch for the company of hikers. These are the toilets. You will need to pay 10,000 rupiah to use the facility. Personally, I went in there and I find them quite clean. There are also vendors selling many things. You can find drink sachets, chilled drinks, fried fritters, and snacks. After stopping for nearly 2 hours in post 2, the journey continued on. Oh, this is like the volcanic. By that time, it has started raining, so all of us were wearing our raincoats to shield ourselves from wetness, but it didn't help much. We got wet anyway. Post 3. Okay. From here, the elevation changes pretty rapidly. It got steep from here on out, and it was quite a challenge to hike on very steep terrain. Mandi. Post 4. Cemarasiu. It's a long way to go. They call this hill Bukit Penyesalan, or in English, Remorse Hill. I guess it's because the hill is pretty steep. You can see it from here. This was my first encounter with a wooden ladder. There will be plenty of this sort of ladder throughout the whole hike. At this point, I was well over 2,000 meters in elevation. I could really feel its effect on me. The air was thin, and I felt winded pretty quickly from this point on. Okay. After setting out from the trailhead at 9 a.m., I finally arrived at the campsite, Pelawangan Sembalun, at around 3 p.m. We were surrounded by mist. It was still raining. There was no view at all, and we were getting very, very cold. I woke up the next morning at 1 a.m. I had my breakfast and then I got ready to go to the summit of Mount Rinjani. Pelawangan Sembalun is a very long campsite. It's about 1 kilometer long. Unfortunately for us, our campsite was the furthest from the actual starting point to the summit. So here you see me walking past a lot of tents before the actual climb up to the summit. As I've mentioned before, at this altitude, the air was quite thin, and personally, I felt I got winded pretty quickly. I had to stop for a while to catch my breath, get oxygen into my muscle, and then I would take a few steps, and then I would stop, take a few breaths in, and then repeat the whole cycle again and again and again, all the way to the summit. Okay. Kena berhenti kejap-kejap ambil angin.
Iya, iya. Nanti jangan terlalu jauh pisah sama grup.
Okay, okay. $3.10. Been walking for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Ooh. Take a breather. The terrain here is very sandy, loose volcanic soil. However, because it rained the previous night, it actually helped us in getting up. This is the dreaded and infamous letter E. The terrain here is steep, very, very steep, and you have to step on loose volcanic soil to get up. I think I'm almost there. Fucking cold. I swear to God, I hope that's the summit. Almost there. I'm almost there. Almost there. I am almost there. After huffing and puffing and struggling for almost 4 hours, I finally made it to the top, to the summit of Mount Rinjani. Okay, here we are. At the summit. The view here is absolutely stunning. It made all the hard effort worthwhile, and here I was up there just in time for sunrise. And that's where our camp is. Doesn't look that far though. I didn't stay too long at the summit because there was a lot of people and it was really cold up there. After spending less than 10 minutes at the summit, I slowly made my way down to Pelawangan Sembalun. Oh, it's like sliding down. Since the sun is already up, I can see the view around me and how high I was. I could finally see the letter E section in its entirety. It's really steep, it's really narrow, and I just couldn't believe that I actually climbed up here during the early morning. There are monkeys here. Look at that. The view up here was simply spectacular and stunning. I feel humbled, blessed, and grateful that I was able to get up here and witness all this. Oh my god. No, I'm not wearing gaiters and there are sand and dirt in my boots. Serves me right. Gaiters are highly recommended because during the descent you will get volcanic sand into your shoes even though you are wearing high-cut boots like I did. Here I am back at Pelawangan Sembalun. It took me almost 2 hours to get down from the summit. However, there's still quite some distance for me to go to my campsite because it's on the furthest edge of the crater rim. Once I reached my campsite, I had a proper breakfast and then I took about an hour's nap while waiting for the others to arrive from the summit. After our lunch, we descended down to Danau Segara, Anak. That will be our campsite for the second night. The distance to our next campsite was only 3 kilometers. However, we need to descend close to 600 meters in elevation. The terrain here was very rocky and very steep, and it took us about an hour to descend 1 kilometer. No, not here lah. They're coming down lah. That's why I'm taking the video of them coming down. Where? What? Mana? Oh. Okay. Let's see. I hope so. The steep rocky terrain was definitely not my favorite, but this is a turning point. Once you cross this bridge, the terrain will get better. Okay lah. Ooh. Yep, there were still rocks along the hiking trail, but it's definitely much better than the steep rocky descent that we had earlier. Jalan daripada mana sini? Okay, sorry. The trail got better over time. Before long, the path would cut across a tall grassy area. Suddenly, the tall grass disappeared and opened up into a huge campsite. We have arrived at Danau Segara, Anak. Mau cari. The whole area was blanketed by mist that day, and I couldn't see anything beyond the campsite. So where's our tents? Oh, this trash.
Everybody
They don't pick up.
along the way you also see, right? I think most of it are the locals.
Yo,
The locals. I don't want to
so sad.
because like us.
The next day, I woke up and saw what was beyond the lake. Again, the views were simply majestic and beautiful. There is a hot spring about 10 minutes hike from this campsite. However, I did not go there. I was told that the river overflowed into the hot spring and the temperature of the water is not hot anymore. Oh, breakfast is here.
Sini ada orang lagi. Ya, sarapan dulu.
Oh, terima kasih.
Sarapan dulu ya, Pak. Kursi ya.
We began our descent to the village of Torean at about 8 a.m. We were treated to beautiful and magnificent panoramas that we missed the day before because of the mist. And here you see many of us stopped to take photographs for the gram. The distance to Torean would be about 15 kilometers from Danau Segara, Anak. However, you will have an option to take a motorcycle ride at the 12-kilometer mark.
Kalau kita garuk semakin garuk
Makin teruk.
makin kata. Makin teruk dia.
Oh,
Ini kalau sini kan jelatang bulan.
apa namanya?
Jelatang bulan.
Jelatang bulan.
Ini cuma ada di Rinjani aja di sini.
Oh,
Kalau sentuh saja tak boleh. Tak boleh, tak boleh.
it's only here in Rinjani.
Oh,
Cannot even touch it.
yang ni ya, yang ada duri ini.
Okay. There were a couple of hot springs along the way. Some of us took the time to take off our shoes and soak our feet in the hot water. That's we slept at the Pelawangan.
Kasi maten dah. Ini pasal maten. Ini di pokok ini.
Di pokok itu.
Tengah-tengahnya. Bukan. Yang bawah.
Okay.
Kita kan di tengah itu, di yang tempat atas itu kan tak dapat kan?
Iya.
Bawah lagi kita turun.
Iya.
Nanti di sana boleh nampak. Naik lagi sini.
Can lah.
Toke. Itu banyak orang turun itu. Di jalan yang Putasi.
Here you can see people coming down.
Tu foto.
Group foto lagi.
Nanti atas bagus lagi.
There we came down from there. You can see people coming down. I saw somebody in a white shirt or something. Very nice. The Torean Trail is very, very beautiful indeed. However, it is very hard on the knees because it involves a lot of steep descent. And also there were very dangerous parts of the trail where you are basically hiking along a narrow ridge. This is a cheap one, don't worry about it. Bukan for carbon fiber. Some more. Okie doke. Here was what I meant by hiking along a narrow ridge. The trail was very narrow here and at times is sloping towards the ravine. And in order to get across, you need to hold on to these ropes right here. Okay, ambil angin sebentar. This is nice. And there's some water over there. Stunning views. Ni air ni tak boleh minum kan?
Tak boleh.
Sebab dia ada sulfur kan? Dia berbau sikit.
Yang sebelah sana boleh.
Ya.
Yang ni tak boleh.
Tak boleh.
Ada satu sungai air dari situ kan? Situ boleh.
Oh, kat situ kita akan ambil air. As the guide was saying, the river that runs through the base of the volcano is not drinkable. You can see that there are yellow sediments in the water. That is sulfur, so please do not take this water to be your water source for your drink. There will be multiple water sources later on when we ascend, so that is when you can refill your water bottles. There will be 2 river crossings along the Torean Trail. This is the first one. I wouldn't say that this is a really major river crossing. I've done worse than this. And this is the second river crossing across a makeshift bridge. This is another part of the trail where you have to hold on to the ropes on the side of the slopes. As you can see here, the trail is very narrow. Please do not hike on this section alone for your safety. The potters all gathered around here and then they will start cooking our meals while waiting for the rest to arrive. I and a few others arrived here quite early because we did not take a lot of photos. We had to wait close to almost 2 hours for the rest to arrive to have our lunch. After this point on, we ventured into a forest trail. The rocky sections was very minimal and we were in very familiar territory.
Banyak air. Tak masak sekarang. You guys just go ahead. I'm gonna enjoy a little bit. No, there's nothing here already. That's it. No more already. That's it. I'm so disappointed. Why no more?
Water source. Yeah, sure. Hopefully it's clean, but we're already down here. At this point on, it was just Kenji and myself. We were definitely separated away from the rest of them. Both of us went ahead because we were really tired and we just couldn't wait to get to Torean to have our rest. So we just plodded on through the rain, through the mud, just to get to the end point.
Which way to Torean? This way, Torean. Torean?
Signs of civilization. Okay. Still a long way to go. What we saw earlier was Pos Ojek. Signs of civilization, but we're not there yet. We'll have the option to take a hike or get a ride. You're gonna pay?
I'm gonna pay.
You're gonna ride on this?
Oh, let me see. Do I have money? I need to think because 50,000 is how much?
50,000 is about 15 ringgit. Come on, it's not that expensive.
Yeah.
Come, let's go, do it.
If you walk 40
He said 40 minutes.
But the distance?
I don't know.
You walk or you take?
I take lah.
You take, right? Okay, I take.
Okay, so now we're here. It's misted. It's misted.
15-20.
Yeah, we're here and we decided to just what the fuck, just take the Ojek. We're tired anyway, so it's only 50,000 rupiah. So we're gonna get on the ride. I'm tired. So we decided to put aside our hiker's ego and get on the Ojek. This ride would save us 40 minutes of walking 3 kilometers to Torean. Berapa lama? We departed Danau Segara Anak at 8 a.m. We arrived at Pos Ojek at 3:15 p.m. and finally at Torean at 3:30 p.m. Habis kapek pun kotor. Katuk. Maaf ya. Tak apa ya. Oh my god. Dekat sikit. Okey.
Okay, dah lah.
Okey.
飲啊，快啲飲！
飲晒佢啦！我以為你洗白白。
冇啦，我講我要黐。
時候身體同啲阿渣骨。
呢個係第幾堂翻嚟？
第一堂。唔該。
Oh, you can move. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now all the pain all come already.
你哋喺屋企吹冷氣唔可以嚇？攞褲離身啦嚇
Aduh. Sorry. Aduh.
So we are back where we started, at the same homestay that we stayed on the first night. So that has been my Rinjani journey. Made it through the summit, and then I am back where we started at one piece. All in all, a great adventure but pretty tiring. Over and out.